it off there. Why? What would be the off there? Everything because then your other things open. What would be the reason we don't turn this one off? What would we want to measure once we're connected?
Oh, pressure, so we can still measure the pressure.
Right. This way we can still measure the pressure. We can correlate our arterial line pressure with the mean arterial pressure. That's a benefit of clamping back there.
Well, if you have it off to here, doesn't it still measure the pressure of this? Here?
It can.
That's still on, isn't it?
It can. Are you going to remember to turn that one back on?
Maybe not.
This one's easier because it's closer to it.
Yeah,
Right?
I like that.
Yeah, it's more of a easy convenience thing. You can do it that way. As long as you remember to turn it
Do
back
it the
on.
same way every
I don't
time.
want to. I don't want
If
to.
you do it that way, if you do it that way and forget to run the quiz, I'll take points off. But if you do it that way and forget, I'll take points off too. So, you know.
Matter of fact, you're going to have to work really hard to get points put on.
I will for sure.
Can you grab that blue bucket, please?
What's that?
So when the surgeon asks if it's okay to
Clamp and divide, cut and divide, or is it okay to clamp?
you clamp those two and say yes, you are.
Turn your arterial pump head off,
Okay.
and you clamp them too, and say you can divide.
You can divide. Okay.
So, I'll usually take sterile scissors. Then what they'll do, usually they'll have these clamped until they're ready to connect. They're going to put the arterial cannula in first, usually. Then the venous. So, what we are going to do is you're going to pump to me.
Pump to you.
Wait, before you do it. With the arterial on a rollerhead pump, if you go to 100, it allows you to pump up in a nice, even fashion. So, wait a second. Okay, so pump to me.
Pump to you.
Yeah, by 100, it's 100. You got to take your clamp off.
Take your clamp off. If you take the clamp off.
And off.
Off. If you take the
You have
clamp.
very good
And then reclamp
control
or
with
no?
the rollerhead pump.
It's easier than a soft
When you pump up, it's a lot easier with a rollerhead pump. What was your question?
Okay, this is clamp. I obviously have to take it off first.
You do.
How early can I take it off? Like once I see that you're grabbing it and ready to go, can I just take it off and wait until you say pump to you?
You could.
Okay.
I mean,
Is that? No, it's not
as long
backflowing.
as your arterial pump's properly occluded, you can.
Okay.
If you're under occluded, what's going to happen? And even right now, you'll still see the drop. See it?
I'm gonna pull air from the patient.
So, put your clamp on.
Do you reclamp
Clamp
it
on?
after you do? Okay.
I do. And once we're connected, there'll be blood. And if you're a little under occluded, what you're going to tend to see is to get red.
Blood.
But sometimes you'll see that if you have a very low hematocrit also.
It also diffuses too before you go on by. I saw it like it beat. Have you ever seen that? Like the blood's coming down. It's like.
Yeah, it does.
That's
Rich red flow.
It's usually what I've tended to notice. It's usually lower hematocrits that do that.
Okay.
I can't prove that. So
That is like a study in viscosity.
Higher patient pressure.
could be higher patient pressure. So at this point, if we were going to go on bypass, our ACT would be okay. We want it over 480. From now on in this class, what you are going to do is you're going to turn on, and I know it's not there, but it's going to be fake. You're going to turn on your SIVO, ISO, or desflurane. You're going to hit your pump timer to start your pump.
It's tight.
There's the one on the bottom too.
Yeah, that's.
That one's.
If you have not tested your arterial line, you're going to go arterial first.
That's what I did.
So,
Do it.
so what you're going to need to do is you take your clamp off first. You start to come up on your arterial flow.
As you take your clamp off.
Take your clamp off.
Take it off.
Then you come up on your arterial flow. And then take your venous clamp off.
How high should I turn it up?
Talk to like a liter.
So you're gonna start pumping it at a liter before you take your this
Okay.
one off.
Go higher. All up. We're gonna assume our full flow is 4.8.
Up to 4.
Ooh. Drain him.
Why are you not draining?
What's that?
Why are you not
I
draining?
got an airlock.
You have an
I was
This
trying.
feels familiar.
I was trying to get it up. I was trying to get up to 4 liters a minute.
Here, let me come up
I
here
didn't
and do
even.
that.
I didn't even
No.
get up to there before I
Turn it
started to. Off.
What are you doing?
No. I'm killing him.
Clamp.
Does that
SDR
kink
serial
matter?
Filter. Clamp your Venus line. Open your recirc line. Pump through. Open the recirc line off your. No, not that. Open the
This
recirc line off the arterial filter.
Put it off to there too.
No.
Off.
There you go. Off to the
Off to here.
off to the recirc line that goes off the cardioplegia.
That.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you essentially did now is you just reprimed everything. So turn your pump off.
Pump off.
Clamp your recirc lines.
This one too.
Turn it off for a second. Get the air out of here. Low. Just don't run like 100. Good. Now turn it off. Turn back clamp in the middle. Off to everything.
Okay.
Since we have this, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make that easier for you. See where you're at.